Yo, what up? It's your boy 6'3" black male. Down there, red button, hit that guy. Boom, subscribe, hit all, get all the content. One more blog, which I promised on my last vlog about my boy Derek. Why we fell out. Really fell out, because there's a whole bunch of shit, but why we really fell out. Okay, one night me and my boy Bird was at the club. We run into these chicks. He knew one of them. The other one looked like Vivica Fox, young Vivica. Fine, too thick. I was like, damn, who is that, my nigga? She said, I don't know. My boy David, he was in there, and he was sitting at the table with her, but I knew David. I've been knowing him. I knew his wife. I knew his brothers, all that shit. So I walk up, I was like, what's up, D? This you? It didn't register to me at the time. No, that ain't his wife. So I'm like, nigga, this you? He's like, nah, we went to school together, shit. We just cool. I said, okay, okay, okay. I say, shit, what's up, shawty? She kind of looked at me and smiled. I said, my nigga, hey, you mind if I chat her up and shit? The nigga's like, shit, just my homegirl, you know, so I took it for that, you know what I mean? So I sat down on the other side of it and chatted her up real good, right? So I'm chatting this chick up. David get up and leave, but I really didn't pay attention to how he made his exit. He just bone gone. So I'm chatting her up, rubbing on the thighs, the whole 9 yards. Then she was like, what you doing for it tonight? I was like, shit, what's up? She said, I live 2 blocks down. Went over there and smacked it up. Boom. That shit was good too. I had said to myself when I was in it, I was like, my nigga, she a cool girl. I don't know shit about her, but I gotta hit this motherfucker at least a dozen more times. That's real shit. I said that in my mind. I was like, I gotta hit that shit at least a dozen more. So then, boom, I go to the crib, head to the liquor store that night, right? Go to the liquor store. My boy D, his brother P, is working in there, right? So P's like, what up, what? I was like, shit. He said, I heard you was with old girl Shell at the club. Like, yeah. He's like, shit, y'all talking? I was like, shit, sound like that, I guess. I said, pussy good though. This my little homeboy, right? This pussy good though. That nigga like, what say word? Started smiling, gave me some doubt. I bought what I was buying, I got out. So then, boom. Shell, like 2 days later, Shell called me. I'm like, what's up? She said, I'm gonna be real with you. This nigga beat my motherfucking ass. This nigga busted my head and everything. My lip busted. This nigga got my eye black, broke my nose. I was like, oh. She said, David. I said, your homeboy, what the fuck? Then she was like, that ain't my motherfucking homeboy. Me and that nigga had been fucking, but shit. He had like he didn't want to let it be known. So I went along with what he was saying. I'm like, no shit. I say, and then I just broke it down to her. I was like, look, I've been knowing that nigga a long time. I'm not going front. I'm not gonna beef with a nigga over no pussy. And she was like, that ain't what I'm asking you to do. I'm just telling you that nigga beat my ass. Fuck that nigga. That nigga ain't shit. Then she like, what you doing tonight? I was like, shit. I'm gonna hook up with my boy Bird for a minute. Then she's like, you wanna come through? I was like, shit, you all beat up and shit. What I supposed to be able to do? You know what I mean? She's like, you can come and hold me, comfort me. I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But I told her I would do it, right? Little did I know what was in store for me because I ended up not doing it. But I go to the club, right? Me and my boy Bird. Well, not the club. We went to a bar. Me and my boy Bird. So I see David sitting in there. And I see my boy D sitting in there. And I see P sitting in there. I forgot them niggas was cousins, right? But I ain't even thinking because me and P was so cool. You know what I mean? Man, this nigga done did so much dirt together. It's crazy. But David sitting beside P and D sitting on the other side of P. So I walk in and I can hear them talking because ain't no music playing. It's just people talking. But it was close enough to me I could hear. And I heard Derek say, don't even trip, cuz I'll check that nigga. So I'm thinking to myself, I hope this nigga ain't talking about me. Because I ain't that nigga. You know what I'm saying? D walked up to me. He's like, hey, what up, bro? I said, shit. And nigga's like, shit. Love? Tried to give me a little dap. I dapped him up. Boom. Then that nigga was like, hey, bro, you fucking with Michelle? I said, what? That nigga said, yeah, you know that's my cuz girl, that's Dave's girl. I was like, well, why the fuck you asking me then? I said, oh, hold up. I said, that shit you said when I walked in, that's what you was talking about? I said, you was talking about, you told this nigga, don't worry about it, you'll check me? That's what you told him? That nigga said, yeah. I said, look, fam. I said, look here, bruh. I'm a grown motherfucking man. You can't check me, my nigga. You can talk to me, but I'm gonna do what I do. You can't check me. You ain't got that. And that nigga was like, no, I'm just saying, but you fucking with her, you fuck that bitch. I said, listen, nigga, if David wanna know if I fucked old girl, tell him to either ask me or old girl. David sitting there, he heard me. So I'm like, nigga, if that's it, I'm out. This nigga turns and walks in front of me, blocks me, right? Now, at the time, me and him homeboys. So I just look at this nigga. This nigga said, hey man, I'm just saying, you fucked old girl though? I said, my nigga. I looked at David. I said, my nigga, you want to know if I fucked your girl? Ask me. That nigga said, I'm straight. Right? So I'm by myself. Bird, he all fucking around. So, and he didn't think nothing because we was cool. So, I'm like, my nigga, don't ask me that shit no more. Now, during this time, Bird walks up with the chick. He like, hey, man, I'm about to go get this headshot. And I'm the type of nigga, I can handle my business by myself really most of the time, especially with these niggas. These supposed to be my boys. I say, all right, boom, he leave. So, I'm like, boom. So, nigga, David, what you want to know, my nigga? Dave was like, shit, I'm straight, my nigga. We good, we good. I was like, oh, we good, good? He said, yeah, we straight, nigga. You know you my nigga. I was like, bet that. So I turn to walk off, and this nigga blocks me again. No, I'm just saying, cuz, and he biting his bottom lip type shit. I'm just saying, cuz, you fuck that nigga, bitch. I said, my nigga, I just told this nigga he want to know, he can ask me. I said, so therefore, you ask me one more time, my nigga, I might have to slap shit out you. That's real shit. And that nigga said, okay, but fuck all that. You fuck that bitch. I said, my nigga. I said, look, I don't want to slap you, my nigga. But I said I was going to do it. So, but we cool. So, one more. You got one more. And I advise you not to do it. This nigga say, no, my nigga, but I say, stop. And he stopped. I said, nigga, don't do it. At this time, now the people in the club, they hear us. So they kind of gathering around David and P still sitting down. So this nigga said, we straight, nigga. I'm just saying that you fuck. And before he could get that shit out, he kind of raised his voice too. Before he could get that shit out, blah, I slapped. I'm talking about, I slapped that nigga so hard my palm was stinging like a bitch. This nigga fell back. Boom. P jumped up. David stayed down. I just turned and walked off. I go outside. This nigga P come up behind me. D come up behind me. David behind them, but he kind of like, he's not being aggressive at all. It's just like, I'm just with these niggas. So this nigga, like, nigga, I can't believe you motherfuckers slapped me, nigga. Start taking his shirt off, trying to flex in front of everybody, because what he's thinking is going to go on here. Him, P, David, they was going to jump me. Even if they had, I'd have whooped all three of them niggas' ass, and that's my word. But what ended up happening is I'm standing there, this nigga taking his shirt off, trying to bow up. I'm like, my nigga, you walk up on me, I'ma sting that face again, nigga. I'm telling you. That nigga's like, you ain't putting shit, you ain't doing shit. And start walking, and whoop up, 2 slaps. One left, one right. Just patty cake that nigga hard. Then P started walking toward me. Then David, I seen the aggression in David. Then I was like, oh, these niggas think they gonna jump me. So I'm getting ready to square up with them. And I just heard a car just, and in my head, Bird gone. These is my niggas right here. So who the fuck is this pulling up like that? Little home dude I used to buy my wet from, Gerd, love to fight. This nigga jumps out of his fucking convertible and said, oh my shit, oh shit, nigga. Don't tell me you just slapped that nigga. I'm hyped now too. I'm like, hell yeah, I slapped shit out that nigga. That nigga said, oh, them niggas didn't do shit. That nigga loved me up real quick. And then that nigga turned and looked at Petey. He's like, shit, my nigga, you let this nigga slap your brother? That nigga was like, man. And before he could get anything out, Gerb said, you need one too then. Wow. Now, I was a fighter. Gerb was a fighter. You know what I mean? That nigga had hands. He was powerful. He was short. Them niggas were scared. Me and Gerb bagged them 3 niggas down. That's why me and D ain't cool no more. But I'm going to tell you what I did. I told this nigga, I said, nigga, next time I see you, I'm going to slap shit out you. That's my word. And Gerb was like, my nigga, come on. Me and Gerb went. I ain't smoked wet no more. We went. He smoked some wet. I was blowing blunts. Next day, I go to the liquor store where P worked. He ain't at work. White dude who owned it in there. Rachel in there. Derek's girl. So she looking at me all crazy. Then Derek walked in there like, baby. As soon as I seen him, my nigga, it's like something in me was like, you told this nigga you gonna pop him. Now you gotta pop him. That nigga didn't even see me walk up on him. I just walked up from the side. I was like, hey nigga. And he turned and whop, I turned his ass back. This nigga ran out the store. His girl hit me like 3 times. I was blocking that shit. And the dude who owned the store, he came from behind the register and he grabbed her. And he told me, get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck you slapping her? You try to slap that dude? So I left. But now I'm a lot older, much wiser. My nigga, if you're watching this shit, I don't apologize for slapping you because you made that shit happen, my nigga. But I won't do it no more unless I have to. You got to do some more shit. Then I'll put these paws on you if I got to. And I'm an old nigga. You an old nigga. We'll be 2 old niggas duking it. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, on some real shit. My nigga, it's love now. You wasn't shit. And I knew you wasn't shit. But I still let you be my homeboy. So that's on me. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't shit. I just was better than you. But now we grown, we're going to let that shit go. I just had to say that. But look, I'm done with that vlog. Down there, subscribe. Subscribe. You see it? Is it red? Is it red? If it's red, touch it. Touch it. Then hit all. Boom. It's just that simple. But look, the 6'3" black male. Grow with me. We out.